Hi, I'm Wes Barth.
I'm Jackson Leach.
I'm Nathan Bohm.
And I'm Felix Weingartner, and we are Team Valiant Guard. Our project is an application designed for parents in households with children that use their device on a regular basis. A common problem in today's world is that most teens and children have access to a cellular device these days, as well as a desktop computer or a laptop device. The average screen time, 9 hours a day. What can be stressful for a parent is managing what applications their children can use and how long they can use them. Our solution, Valiant Guard. Our goal was to shift the narrative from managing to parenting, and to give the parent a suite of tools to restrict and close applications remotely, as well as setting how long their children can use those applications. For example, a game. We would now like you to think of the following scenario. Imagine that you are a parent, or you might already be a parent, and let's say your children use a Windows PC device or an Android smartphone. Now, let's say you don't want your child playing a Steam video game for more than an hour today. Or maybe your child has homework due or a final project, and you don't want them to use social media for now. All of this can be accomplished with Valiant Guard, and we would like to show you what it's like in action.
On the Windows side of our project, for the parent, everything is controlled through our Windows dashboard, where we can view a list of the apps our child is using that updates in real time. Let's say that we're the parent and we've noticed that our child has been spending a lot of time in FTL, and we want to set a time limit. We can easily do that by finding it in the list, enabling the time limit, and then setting the time limit we want. Let's go ahead and set a time limit for 5 minutes. Switching over to the child side of things, we can see that now, when we launch FTL, we're informed that there's a time limit and that we only have 5 minutes left. We also have a low profile and unintrusive version of these notifications for when the child is running an app in full screen mode. Let's take a look at that now. To make this as easy as possible for the child, we've created an application where they can customize what kind of notifications they get and when. So let's say that I'm the child and I want to see a countdown timer when I only have 5 minutes left. Now when I launch FTL and get down to only 5 minutes, I'll get a countdown timer reminding me of the time limit. And let's close out of this so we can see what this looks like in windowed mode. Now let's fast forward to when our time limit is about to run out. When our timer hits 0, the application will close automatically. And you can see that we'll be unable to relaunch it.
So I'm going to be walking you through a few use cases of how a parent would use our Valiant Guard system to interact with an Android device. And so I have an Android emulator up and running our Valiant Guard app. And what it does is it basically takes over the device's home screen. So you can see we have different pages here where we can see all of our apps. If we click the home button, it takes us right back here. And then we can open apps just like normal. So Instagram, for example, we can run that just fine. But let's close out of that. And then let's say, as a parent, I want to block Instagram. So I can come over here to our web dashboard and I can log in. And once I log in, I'll see a list of all of the child users that are on my account. And so I can find myself, and here I find my Android device. And you can see I have all of the installed apps on the system are listed here. And so I can find Instagram from the list and I can hit block. And then if we come back over to the Android app and wait for a few seconds for it to update, we can see that Instagram gets blocked and it gets taken off of our launcher. But another use case here is to add a time rule. So let's take chess, for example. It's a great game, really fun, but you don't want to be playing it all day. So we can find chess here down at the bottom. And let's add a max time rule here. So let's say we only want our child to play chess for at most 60 minutes a day. We can send that rule in, and then once we wait for a few seconds for it to update, we can open up the app and we should get a notification here saying that, oh, we only have now 59 minutes left on chess for today. And then after that time has expired, then the app will be blocked just like Instagram and be taken off of the launcher. Another important use case here is sending a message to your child. So let's say you're trying to get a hold of them and you don't know what else to do. So you can use Valiant Guard as a backup here. So you can see they've already had to send this message a couple times. But let's say we want our child to get off their phone because it's time for dinner. So we can send that off. And then if we come back here to our emulator, we can see that we got a notification from our parent saying we got a message, get off your phone, it's time for dinner. Well, we can also reply here directly from the notification. We can tell them, okay, I'm on my way, and send that off. And if we come back here, we can see that the new message was received on the dashboard by the parent.
Let's discuss some of the technology utilized in this project. Valiant Guard is a suite of software that comprises several distinct parts. First, let's discuss the backend, which contains two distinct systems, the API and the VPN. The backend itself is hosted on an Amazon AWS EC2 instance running Linux. To facilitate communication with the disparate parts of the system, we employed an API that was written in Python and developed with the Flask framework. This API maintains state with a connected SQL database, and it manages concurrent connections to users with gUnicorn and Nginx. The VPN service is also hosted on the AWS instance. It is automated to provide an OVPN file, which allows for any device to configure itself so that it can use the VPN. Next, let's discuss the front end. Parents will interact with the system through the web dashboard. This client-side application is hosted on the AWS instance alongside the backend and is written in JavaScript and the React framework. The Windows client was written in C and utilizes a number of system calls and Windows libraries to fully interact. The Android system was developed in Android Studio and written in Java. Now let's discuss the software development practices our team employed. We maintained an agile and modular work environment. We had weekly stand-ups to connect and work out issues, as well as weekly code reviews whenever a sprint was completed. Another aspect of our design process was a user study. We contacted 3 families to gain valuable insight into desirable features and functionality, and use their input to make decisions in the design practice.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We were excited to show you all of the features Valiant Guard has to offer. To recap these features, Valiant Guard allows you to view currently installed apps on your child's device. You can block or allow those applications. You can set how long a child can use that application during the day. You can directly message your child in case they're too busy playing a game and won't answer their phone. We have a unique countdown timer overlay which shows how much time you have left before the app closes, including full-screen games. These settings can be set remotely on our parental dashboard on the website and Windows desktop app. We appreciate your time and hope that Valiant Guard is the solution for you. Thank you.